In today's video, we will be uncovering the stupidly expensive things that legendary football players own, from the crazy cars to exclusive NFTs and private jets. We'll take a look at each one. Welcome to Luxury Explore, where we talk about all things luxury. Let's start with Aubameyang, who wanted to be exactly like his dad and spent about $200,000 to do that. You see, he has watched his dad pull up in fully customized Audis, which amazed him and made him dream of one day living like him. So when his career was on track and he finally got his first paycheck, he spent it all on a $45,000 Audi TT. But buying one Audi wasn't enough for him. Aubameyang emulted his father 2 more times and spent over $200,000 for that. A few years after his first purchase, he bought another Audi, and this time it was even flashier, a solid gold R8. But even a masterpiece like that wasn't still enough, so Aubameyang recently got another Audi, which was personally dropped off at his home. And just to make sure that his Audi was really worth $200,000, he had it fully customized by Yanimize. Now it really is the old proverb, like father, like son. Aubameyang now rode around the streets in a $200,000 whip, which is cool and all, but it's not exactly the most lavish thing in this video. Karim Benzema spent $250,000 on something he can't even make use of. Indeed, Benzema is quite an extravagant show-off. While other players may purchase expensive watches and flashy necklaces, Benzema takes the jewelry game to a whole new level. The last time he visited the jeweler, he didn't just intend to spend a small amount of money. Benzema had his sights set on spending a whopping $250,000. This isn't your ordinary football. It's not only completely covered in 72,000 black and white diamonds, but each of these diamonds is larger than 1,000 carats. It's no surprise that this unique ball comes with a price tag of $250,000. But let's be real, Benzema really bought a soccer ball that he can't even kick. It's quite the self-indulgent move compared to Paul Pogba, who spent over $300,000. But at least it was for his teammates during the World Cup. Paul wanted to contribute more to his team than just helping them win. So, besides scoring a goal and aiding in their World Cup victory, Pogba decided to go the extra mile for his French teammates. Once they had won the championship, Pogba thought it was only fair that his entire team should receive some special gifts. So Pogba got in touch with a renowned jeweler in Beverly Hills, well known for their craftsmanship, to create something unforgettable for his teammates. He had unique, custom-made rings designed, each adorned with diamonds, sapphires, and rubies that matched the colors of the French flag. These rings were also personalized with the name of each player, their jersey numbers, and statistics from every World Cup match. The cost of each ring exceeded $15,000. Given that Pogba had 23 teammates, the total price for these rings was nearly as high as the sum Erling Haaland spent on his teammates just because they were kinda salty. The latest news hit that Haaland is finally joining his ultimate favorite, Man City. Given that Haaland has been a fan of Man City since he was young, this transfer wasn't a personal choice. However, to ensure he left his former team on good terms, he decided to show his appreciation by splurging on impressive gifts worth $500,000. He not only went ahead and purchased custom Rolexes for each of his 33 teammates, with each watch costing $15,000, but he also extended his generosity to the staff members of his former club. They each received personalized Omega watches valued at $7,000. I mean, wow! Look at Haaland and Pogba. How do you put your teams first while spending thousands? Well, that's nothing to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who spent over $1 million on his own birthdays. That's right, there are 3 guaranteed things in Zlatan's life. 1. Death. 2. Taxes. And 3. Every single birthday, he gets a ridiculously expensive car. For the past 3 years, Zlatan has made sure his birthdays are remembered. When he turned 38, he got himself a really fancy car that looks like it's from a video game, a Ferrari Monza SP2. But the next year, he changed things up. He went from liking horses to liking Porsches. He found a car that matched the colors of his Milan soccer jersey, a Porsche 911 Targa. But Zlatan is never satisfied with just 2 cars. So when he turned 40, he decided to show off even more. He shared a picture on Instagram of his new purchase, a golden Ferrari SP90. This car is super fancy. It has 1,000 horsepower and can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds. And it's partly electric. It's no wonder this car cost Zlatan more than $500,000. That means he spent over $1 million in total for his birthday celebrations. But you know what? Talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions is getting a bit old. Let's take things to a whole new level. Cristiano Ronaldo, who has spent more than $1 million to have a car on his wrist. You know, if you're familiar with Ronaldo, it's either because of his incredible soccer skills or the fact that he doesn't just own 1 or 2, but 3 Bugattis. And let me tell you, those cars are worth millions. But here's the kicker. Ronaldo didn't stop at owning the cars. He shelled out an equally hefty sum to wear a Bugatti-inspired watch. This watch of Ronaldo's is totally unique, and it's the only one in the world. It's made from titanium and champagne gold, and it's covered in baguette diamonds and black sapphires. And here's a fun fact. It's not just any watch, it's Ronaldo's watch. It proudly displays his CR7 logo and was specifically designed to resemble the engine of his Bugatti Chiron car. Take a look at this piece. No wonder it came from a price tag of $1.2 million. But hey, at least Ronaldo can wear his Porsches, so to speak. Because Neymar has been convincing his fellow teammates to spend millions on things that aren't even in our universe. It started when PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, secured the deal with crypto to help the club launch its exclusive NFTs. And just like most of us, Neymar thought, what in the world is an NFT? Well, suffice to say, once he learned about how the world was getting rich off them, he of course had to get in on the action. So in January, Neymar bought his first NFT, which was like a picture of an ape. When he shared on Twitter that he was now an owner of this special ape picture, everyone went crazy. But this wasn't just any picture. Neymar paid $481,000 for it. And guess what? That's not even the most expensive thing he bought in the metaverse. Not long after, he spent even more money, $570,000, on another rare ape picture. So, just on these 2 digital things, he spent over $1 million. And that's not even everything he bought in this special online collection. So, Neymar's teammates heard about his shopping sprees in the crypto world and wanted to know what's happening. And out of all his teammates, Marco Verratti was the most curious. When he found out that Neymar was spending his money in a different universe, he got interested too. But Marco realized that there is more to this metaverse than just those NFTs. He discovered you can have whole cities, clubs, and even concerts there. Marco thought, wow, I want to live in a place like that. So, he got in touch with a real estate agent and got something that's worth 3 times the value of anything Neymar has. And guess what? Marco actually bought himself a big fancy house with a helipad on his very own private island in the metaverse. It's even better than his real house. No wonder it cost him over $2 million. But let me tell you, what his teammate Mbappe owns is even more astonishing. He spent $3 million to make his childhood wish come true. You see, Mbappe didn't just grow up in Paris, France. He had a big dream of both playing for his country's team and living there. So when he got transferred to PSG for a huge amount of money, $188 million to be exact, it wasn't a big deal for him to spend a couple million more to make his dreams real. And where did he get this dream home? Right in the middle of a shopping area in Paris. The house has 3 bedrooms and tall windows that show off the entire city. Can you believe it? He can even see the Eiffel Tower from his own bedroom. That's why his amazing place cost him more than $3 million. Now I understand why Mbappe didn't choose to go to Real Madrid. I wouldn't want to leave a house like that either, unless we're talking about living close to Gareth Bale. He spent a lot of money on something he's really good at secretly. Many people thought Bale was practicing soccer skills, but he was actually perfecting his swing and his tee hits. So, recently, when Bale bought a big fancy house, that wasn't the expensive part. He had become so passionate about golf that he completely changed the land around his house. He made it look exactly like some of the most famous golf courses in the world. It cost him more than $2 million to do this. But Bale's love for golf didn't stop there. He wanted everyone in the city to enjoy the game. Since not everyone could come to his house and play golf in his yard, Bale used more money to create a place where anyone could go. It's a huge building, about 23,000 square feet big. Inside, there are 3 small golf courses, neon lights, and it's gambling themed. There's even a bar and a restaurant. This was the first Par 59 that Bale opened. He plans to make even more of these and spread them all over the UK and Dubai. But how will Bale travel between different countries? Well, his friend David Beckham might have a perfect solution. Bale can travel in something Beckham bought for himself as a Christmas present. And let me tell you, this isn't just an ordinary boat. It's a super fancy boat, a super yacht. Beckham's super yacht, the Horizon E88, is like a floating house. It has 2 suites, a kitchen bar, and even a whole gym inside. This yacht is 94 feet long, and it's big enough for more than 10 people to stay on. With TVs and speakers everywhere, Beckham can have amazing parties in Miami on this yacht. So it's not a surprise that this incredible thing costs more than $6 million. Talking about the Miami ocean life, Sergio Aguero's purchase cost more than 2 yachts combined. After spending a long time in Manchester, Aguero retired and wanted a change of scene, so he got on a plane and flew from the UK to one of the biggest party spots in the world, Miami. The moment Aguero arrived there, he fell in love with the sunny vibe, the lively parties, and the fancy sports car on every street. He liked it so much that instead of planning to return home, he decided to sell his old house and buy a new one right there in Miami. This new mansion he got is massive, with over 12,000 square feet of space. It's got 9 bedrooms and a whopping 13 bathrooms. But that's not all. There's also a wine cellar, a movie theater, a tennis court, and a complete gym. Here's something you might not know. Aguero made this purchase on his 34th birthday. So, what better way to celebrate than with a really cool pool party, right? That's definitely how you spend $50 million in style. Hold on. Did you hear about Pogba's last big buy? You won't believe this. It costs as much as 2 Aguero's houses combined. Pogba isn't holding back at all. This is like his most treasured thing. It's a private jet called Gulfstream G280. And let me tell you, this jet is seriously impressive. It's really spacious inside, with all white leather seats that are customized. It can carry up to 10 passengers. And get this, it can fly at speeds over 500 miles per hour. Maybe I should try being a football player too, huh? Well, there you have it, the crazy expensive stuff that football players own. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.